this first session today, we will talk about stress, we will talk about language, we'll talk about acceptance, and I'm going to tell you more later what we mean with acceptance, because sometimes acceptance sounds like giving up or something like that, but that's not really what we mean here. So I will also show you some cute pictures, I think they're cute anyway, along the way, and this is sort of like the relationship between you as participants and me as a leader, that I will sort of come with suggestions that if you want to, you could try this move or do that move. And it's not because I know the right answer, but maybe sometimes I have another perspective on things. But this picture is actually misleading in one way, because here it looks like you are climbing and I'm standing here. Yeah, I enjoy this. But this is not really true. I'm actually also climbing. I'm just climbing another mountain. But with this picture, I also want to say that even if I will come with suggestions that have some sort of resonance in science, that it has been proven to work, or it's possible that it might work, but those are still suggestions, and you are the expert on your life, and you know what probably will work or not work for you. So, so I'm sort of giving you some suggestions, but you need to sort of really decide how you want to use that, like where you want to put your hands and what, like how you want to use it. And also another thing, like we will meet over 4 sessions, that means 8 weeks, and I mean 8 weeks, it's probably like 2 months, and 2 months is a very short fraction of a year, and 2 months is a really, really little fraction of your life. So it's basically a really short period of time that we will be meeting. So I encourage you to don't judge what we're doing, if it's good or bad while we are doing it, but rather instead I would encourage you to just take those 2 months, try what we are trying here, play with it, be like an own researcher and try and see in your own life what effects it has or doesn't have. And then after those 2 months, evaluate and see, yeah, this was something for me and I like those parts but not that part, and so on. So, but still just give yourself the opportunity to play around with this for the coming 2 months, since it's such a short fraction of time in your life. Does that sound like something? Yeah? Cool. So, is this the right course for you? And mainly because now we're at a workplace here at the University of Nevada, Reno, and this course, I think it's a great course that could be of help for a lot of things, but I also just wanted to make sure that if you're struggling, I'm just going to put this one up. This is like not a through list, but if you really like find that you're struggling with self-destructive behavior, I think, I'm not saying that this course wouldn't be of help for you, but maybe it's also good to seek help at somewhere else, like at the counseling service center or through the primary care. And if you're working with a CBT therapist or something like that that has a similar philosophical background, probably it's okay to talk to your counselor or therapist and just saying that you're doing this course, and it could be a good complement. But I'm just saying that, like, if you're struggling with a specific phobia or something that you really feel an urgent need to get help with, I would suggest you to contact the counseling center or see a therapist to get like specific help for that kind of problem. You sort of follow what I mean? Okay. Good. And also, if you're sort of a bit like, I'm not sure if this course is for me, or if it could be of help, or if I should seek additional help, if you're a bit uncertain about that, feel free to come up to me in the break, or catch me after, or just email me or call me. You have my phone number, and we can just discuss those questions, and maybe I could be of help to just where you could turn to get like really good help. So, with that said, let us walk into this day's session that is about stress, language, and acceptance. this is what we will be working with today. And in more detail, what we will cover today is I will go through the agenda. Actually, I'm going through the agenda right now, what we will do. I will give you some guidelines for the course and introduction to the course. We'll talk about what is stress. Has anyone in here been stressed at some point in life? Good. We're going to talk about, have a look in life, and what is it in life that I probably should work on changing, and what could be of good help to sort of learn to accept. We'll have a break, and I will have sandwiches. They're standing here outside, so I have tea, coffee, and sandwiches. We can have it in a break. That will be a 20-minute break at in exactly 1.5 hours. We're going to talk about what happens when we try to avoid thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and do some experiments on that. We're going to talk about how thinking can create suffering. And I'm going to introduce something to you called mindfulness. How many have heard the term mindfulness before? Okay. No, not you. Yeah, that's cool. A lot of you. It's funny how this is becoming so popular, mindfulness. And I'm going to give you some suggestions on things you could try at home until the next time we'll meet. And if I should be quite honest, actually, you think you're coming here for the course and that this is the course, but I would say that the course is actually what's happening between the sessions, because we're not meeting a lot of hours, but there will be a lot of hours between the sessions we meet. So basically, this is just here, like we're going to play around with some ideas, and I think what could make a difference is if you try those ideas at home between the sessions, and then come back and report how it went, and we'll talk about it. So actually, a message here is that the course is actually what happens between the sessions for the coming 2 months. So guidelines for participating. I would like us to, that one person speaks at a time, and that we really take turns in listening to each other. Focus on what works. Try to work on praise instead of blame. And respect each other's ideas and views, and we will think differently, and that is quite okay. I would like you to turn off your cell phones if that would be okay, and if you really need to be reached, put it on without sound, and just, it's okay to sneak out and just take the phone call. And also I want that we promise each other confidentiality, and what I mean with that is if you go home and you want to discuss with your spouse what we have been talking about, or with a friend or anyone, that's fine. You're totally fine to do that. The only thing I don't want you to share is if someone talks about personal things that are going on in their lives. I want that kind of information to stay here in the room, so that we feel free to open each other, to be open to each other, and give each other the respect we deserve. So do you sort of follow me what I mean with the difference? What is okay to talk about? The content and ideas, and personal examples, that is strict confidentiality, and I would like for that to stay here within those 4 walls. Great. And also, if you are late or if you can't come, you have my phone number, so please just, and my email address, please just let me know in advance. So I'm not expecting you and you're not turning up. So just text me or email me so I know that you won't be turning up. And I also want to say that this is it's a very short course. It's only 4 sessions. If you miss 1 session, you have missed 25% of the course. So it's a little bit sensitive in that way. So I really encourage you to come to all of the 4 sessions if you can. And so the question is, if you agree on this list, that this list is okay to you, I just want you to raise your hand at this point. Okay, perfect. We have a deal. Okay.